give a round of applause to our birthday lady, Marilyn Morales.
She said, you know you're failing in my class, but you know I love you. I said, okay. I couldn't put those two together. I love him failing. But then he looked at her like he was crazy, and she said to him, she said, boy, you better be glad that I can tell you I love you, because ain't nobody else ever told you that other than your mama. I said, wow. And then he turned around and he had left some papers on the desk, and she said, stop in the name of God. You got something else up here and you failing. I'm so glad that I passed some tests. And I'm so glad that one of my favorite mantras is you only fail if you fail to try. And God knows I'm trying. But Marilyn, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I love you for you. I love you because I've only known you to be you. And I appreciate the you that you are. You have taught me so much, but I must say this to you in closing. In the words of my late husband, Sheldon Johnson, thank you for seeing something in me when I was not even looking.
All right.
I have moved from 3511 in shopping bags from John Wanamaker to Old Dodge Avenue on the bus with her. But yeah, see, somebody had to tell it. It's so nice. It's just so nice. Oh my, we have moved from Azalea's house and back out again. And if you ever knew my grandmother, we had housekeeping 101. Which means that if you need it, you pick up something and then pick up something else and move something over, it might be there. We know how to eat standing up politely because there was never a chair available. And whenever I would have a date, I was the one that had to run all the crap up the stairs so that we could clean up the room and then put a lamp on the counter and turn the light down low.
I don't know if we're on the same list, but I've gotten more pictures of naked women and perversion than any of my male friends from high school or college. I'm Aunt Marilyn's nephew. To clear up any confusion, it's completely biological. From a very young age, my mother taught me nonviolent ways. There was a very popular quote she liked, turn swords into plowshares. Aunt Marilyn showed up at my house with an Uzi and an army helmet and told me how to run around the house going. One day at home, I mentioned something about becoming a teacher. And my mother told me I could never become a teacher because I have no patience and a lousy disposition. Don't feel bad, it's absolutely true. But then one day I was at CCP walking through the halls, and I went into Aunt Marilyn's classroom, and there was a student there with his test, showing it to her and asking about his grade. And as loud as I could hear in the entire room, I hear, well, a D's not bad for not doing anything. Then she saw me and started screaming at the top of her lungs, nephew Nathan John, and runs over and announces me to the class. I remember Suzuki violin concerts where she would come to every single concert, and after the concert would sing, beans, beans, they're good for your heart, the more you eat, the more you fart. And even after all of those concerts where she sees my name,
our clothing, and we talked about giving it up and
Marilyn causing a fiscal problem because we had to buy new things, and she's the reason for the economy. But when I asked you to have her come up here, and you didn't give it up enough, and the other says, let's hear it for her again, please. Thank you.
People, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming, as I said in my brochure, to the 38th anniversary of my 32nd year. 490 years in Balls years. And yes, I can do the Tarzan yell. Jackie Massey, I'm going to kill her. The puppetry of the penis was supposed to be between us. We went to see naked men on the stage. They only had boots on. She was not supposed to tell that. It was a pretty good show. Nathan John, he wasn't supposed to tell that I said salacious pictures of naked women to him. People, sit down, for God's sake. And I won't tell you, when I was in Patsy and Booker Rose's house with their children up in Saratoga, and they took me, I did meet Andrew Watts. He fell in.
I heard some people snoring when she was speaking. That's terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to rise this time. But would you please raise your glasses? These champagne toasts for this magnificent Marilyn